the global entertainment world was shaken by a shocking statement from BTS's Jungkook, who publicly revealed horrifying facts related to a crime that befell his bandmate, V. Kim Taehyung, during his mandatory military service. Even more surprising, the confession was delivered in a closed forum attended by international musicians, including Coldplay's Chris Martin, who was reportedly stunned into silence after hearing Jungkook's statement. The question now is no longer about the truth of the information, but how far did the crime go, and who should be held accountable? In a limited discussion that leaked to the public through a transcript verified by several internal sources in the Korean entertainment industry and international media, Jungkook firmly stated that the incident involving V was not an ordinary case. He mentioned that there was a structured element that allowed this to happen, and that someone or a group of people deliberately created a situation to harm Taehyung physically and psychologically. According to sources present at the meeting, Chris Martin's expression drastically changed when Jungkook presented internal chronology never before disclosed to the public. The British musician, known for his close friendship with BTS, was reportedly silent, stunned, and refused to answer further questions. This unusual reaction reinforces the suspicion that the incident involving V was far more serious than what has been publicly known to date. Hybe has not provided a specific clarification regarding the content of Jungkook's statement at the meeting. However, several clues have circulated among fans and independent media. One of the most striking is the fact that V was suddenly transferred from his original post to another unit for internal security reasons. Yet, several military analysts noted that such procedures are uncommon and rarely conducted unless there is a real threat to the individual's safety. In his confession, Jungkook said that prior to the incident, V had repeatedly reported suspicious communication disturbances, such as anonymous messages, unofficial orders not coming from direct superiors, and the presence of unidentified figures around the military premises who could not be identified as official personnel. These findings raise suspicions that V was being watched or even targeted in a systematic plan meant to break him down mentally. He said someone was following him, even during rest time. V knew something was being orchestrated, but when he reported it, not a single authority responded seriously, Jungkook stated during the meeting. The statement not only shocked the attending global musicians but also raised a major question. If such crimes can happen to a BTS member, arguably the most protected K-pop group in history, what about other idols who do not have such powerful backing? Chris Martin himself has not made any official statement to the media. However, a British journalist at the location reported that after the meeting, Martin left the room earlier than scheduled with a tense expression and refused to answer questions from reporters. "I can't speak right now. This is too big," he said briefly. Furthermore, some analysts see Jungkook's statement as a strategic move to open a path for international pressure against institutions believed to be too closed off in handling issues regarding celebrity safety. "This isn't just about V, this concerns a system that enables silent violence against public figures without external oversight," said Professor Min Jae-hoon, a Korean pop culture expert from Seoul National University. Some believe that the involvement of high-profile names like Chris Martin in the forum was no coincidence. There's a possibility that BTS, through Jungkook, is trying to build a global coalition to pressure the South Korean government to tighten protection for public figures undergoing mandatory military service, Professor Min added. Nonetheless, there is still no concrete evidence published in the media about who the perpetrators or the network behind the crime were. But the fact that Jungkook has boldly revealed much of the story in an international forum involving world musicians is a signal that the pressure will only escalate. International legal experts are advising that South Korea open an independent investigation channel that allows for third-party monitoring. If this case is handled only internally, public trust will continue to erode, and South Korea's global reputation could be at risk, stressed James Wilcox, a human rights observer from the London School of Political Science. On the other hand, Jungkook's statement also sparked new concerns among fans. Is he now a target himself? Shortly after the forum, Jungkook's official weverse account was reportedly inactive for over 12 hours, sparking speculation that he may have been pressured not to continue discussing the matter publicly. Chris Martin shocked. Jungkook reveals terrifying facts about the crime against BTS's V. Is this the truth or just sensation? When Jungkook decided to speak out in front of global figures, including Chris Martin of Coldplay, the public reaction was immediately divided. Some welcomed it with empathy and outrage, while others questioned the motive behind the revelation. Is this a courageous act to expose the truth? Or is it a game of public opinion wrapped neatly to form a certain narrative? It is important to emphasize that most of the information in this report comes from unofficial sources, such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and social media accounts with claims of being insiders. Several video clips, discussion transcripts, and even screenshots are claimed to be evidence that what Jungkook said was indeed spoken. However, none of these so-called pieces of evidence can currently be independently verified. So, are we crafting a narrative based on facts, or merely assembling fragments that may not even be true? These kinds of questions are important for us to ask. In this era of information overload, we are not only expected to be passive consumers, but also active filters. As a reader, are you confident that this event truly happened as reported? Did Chris Martin really become shocked by Jungkook's confession? Or is this just an exaggerated interpretation of a facial expression caught on camera for a few seconds? We are not saying that none of this is true, but we also cannot confirm that it is entirely factual. What we do know is that this story has spread widely, caused unrest, and invited global speculation, but without solid confirmation, all of it still remains in the realm of maybe. Isn't this the kind of situation that should force us to pause for a moment and ask, what is really going on behind the scenes of the entertainment industry? In this context, it's crucial to consider two extreme possibilities. One, that Jungkook did indeed reveal a truth long buried by powerful forces, or two, that this narrative was strategically constructed to generate pressure, sympathy, or even distraction. Could a revelation like this happen without management's approval? Or is this part of a bigger agenda we don't yet understand? We can't ignore the fact that Korea's entertainment industry has long been accused of hiding many things from the public, from abuse, mental manipulation to exploitation. But at the same time, we also live in a world where public attention is a commodity. Every news piece, every rumor, and every emotion stirred by a narrative like this will directly impact sales figures, digital impressions, and global image. So it's only natural that some begin to ask, is this truly about justice for V, or about mass perception management? Skepticism does not mean indifference but intelligence. Listening to information with a cool head, tracing the sources, and questioning every detail is the first step toward maturity in news consumption. Remember, most major scandals in the world have been uncovered by long-form investigative reports, not 15-second TikTok clips or out-of-context audio snippets. To you, the concerned readers, we invite you to reflect. Are we witnessing a painful truth, or are we caught in a perception game crafted with great sophistication? Is this truly the hidden reality, or is it just a shadow created by the media stage? We don't have all the answers, but we believe you deserve to know more and to think more deeply.